Hi, this is Kat, and today I am in the. This is so loud. Hi, this is Kat, and today I'm in the National Auditorium. It's in front of there, so now we're gonna cross. I don't know if you can hear, but it's so loud, that it kind of hurts my ears. But I took the Metrobus to get here, the double-decker Metrobus, kind of like the London buses. And I'm just finding the cross right now. Today is 20th of July. The temperature is 74 degrees Fahrenheit, 23 degrees Celsius. And yeah, it seems really, really nice weather. Oh wow, that's so loud. So yeah, the weather is pretty chill, nice. I like it. And it's 12 p.m. so noon. You can see by the shadows of the trees that it's noon. So now we're going to attempt to cross here. I don't know when they're going to stop, but hopefully we'll manage to cross. This is a 2-car lane plus the Metrobus lane, and right in the middle of the camellón, I don't know the word in English, right in the middle of the camellón is the bike lane, both ways, and on the other side we have again the 2-lane car and the Metrobus lane. So now we're gonna cross. This is the cycle lane. As you can see, it's kind of new. I think probably like 2-3 years, kind of. And we're gonna cross. It says Campo Militar Marte. It's like the militia, I guess, military area, park. I don't know. I don't really know how to translate this in English. But this is Paseo de la Reforma, all of this. So we're gonna walk from Paseo de la Reforma, Auditorium Nacional to Insurgentes. And when I got the COVID vaccine, I had to come all the way here to get it. The entrance was over there, and it was kind of interesting because it was like, in bulk, like boom, boom, boom. Like it took less than 5 minutes. I thought that was kind of efficient. So this is the Auditorio Nacional. You can see the Mexican flag. I remember, but I don't remember well. But when the flag is, in its current position, it means something. And when it's folded, it means something else. But to be honest, I can't really remember the meaning. Yeah, I know. But today I have some information for you. You can see this is, like a big building. And this is the Auditorio Nacional, as I mentioned before. It's the National Auditorium, that would be the translation in English, and it's an entertainment center. There are concerts here, conventions, fairs, etc. And it was built in 1952 and designed by Pedro Ramírez Vázquez and Gonzalo Ramírez Sordo. And later in 1991 was remodeled by Abraham Sabludowski, or like people say in English, Abraham Sabludowski, and Teodoro González de León. We can see now that it's one of those buildings that have a great presence in the area. And the touribus, the tour bus passes through here. This is the Reforma route, so it is an important landmark. So we are just gonna walk and see what we'll find on the way. I wanted to start walking from here because this is like a landmark, and then we're gonna walk on Reforma and see what happens there. Oh well, it's kind of sunny today, but it still feels really nice. Nice weather. You can see workers there, maybe taking the lunch break. People selling churros, and the tour bus tickets, you can buy it there. Actually, I have never been on one of those tour bus. I don't know why, but probably I should try it someday, just to, just to see what it's like. I've never actually taken any tour buses in any city I've visited. But yeah, I always prefer to walk and walk and walk. And even when I do the walking videos, I prefer first to walk if I'm in a new city, walk, see what's going on, enjoy it, and then later enjoy enjoy making the video. So we have the Metrobus station there, and the metro station is line 7, the orange one, as we call it. We usually call the the metro stations by color. The blue line, the pink line, not by the number. And we can see there's a street over here. Let's keep walking. Some street food over here. Some tortas, which is like sandwiches, burgers over there, sweets, sweets, tacos. Yeah, it smells like street food. So you can find many things, like, if you wanna, a hardware store, things for the phone, quesadillas. If you need a purse or flowers, some other things, or glasses. I think the bags idea is pretty great because, for example, let's say you're a worker in the area, an office worker, and then your bag broke on the way here, and you're like, oh no, you need a bag. Yeah, I say this because I used to work not around this area, but a little bit further. But I used to cycle all the way here and then walk. Previously I took the metro and then a bus, but I found out it was, pretty much the same time to walk and take the bike. Now it feels very cool here. Yeah, so cool. And today, let me show you. I have my my backpack again, the microphone, a little notebook where I put all the information, so I don't forget. So here we have this like mini park, but there are no trees, just a tiny little young tree there that doesn't provide much shade, but we can see that the tall trees on the side are used, people are sitting under them and not on these, like benches and, tables. So this is an example of how we have to think when designing public space. We have to think like, is people gonna use it? Like, what's the weather gonna be like? Many things, because it's like between 1, 2, 3 roads, so it's kind of noisy. And if you want people to use it, you have to provide more than just furniture here. And this is the Bosque de Chapultepec, or as we could translate it in English, Chapultepec forest. And this is one of the entrance to the there is a garden over here, and it says Pabellón Coreano, so it's like a Korean pavilion. Have a look at that, at the wooden structure with so many details, and yeah, it seems like a very nice garden. I really hope I can make a video soon here. There's some little birds over there. We're just gonna let people walk a bit. So as I mentioned, this is the Bosque de Chapultepec, and it has over 350 years of history and approximately 678 hectares. That's about 6.78 square kilometers. I don't know how much that is in US metric system, sorry about that. And this forest is a park, a big urban park. It has so many lakes, fountains, museums, areas for sports. It has even a castle. So yeah, it's like a big, long, like the organ lung of the city, because there are so many trees and nature. So it is, an important piece of the city. So we're just gonna keep walking, and now it feels so cool. I really like walking here because there are tall trees, and also it feels so cool because of the shade. Usually there are pictures or like an exhibition here, currently not, but let's see if we find, one later. So this is, as I mentioned, Chapultepec, and on the left side we have Polanco. Polanco is kind of like upper middle class, like maybe upper higher class. How do you say it? Like kind of a rich neighborhood, let's call it like that. A rich neighborhood in Mexico City. I think I have some videos before there. Yeah. Two of the most expensive streets in Mexico are here in Polanco. Yeah. Just gonna keep walking. There is an entrance to something. I don't know. There's no signature, sign. This is something very weird to find. A trash can. I know many people have told me, oh, there are not many trash cans in Mexico, and that is right. But yeah, we have one there. We have some tall buildings. I'm guessing maybe residential buildings. Yeah. But look at that. So this is the second video I filmed with the Anker microphone. I think it sounded pretty great. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments, please. It feels nice, this part of the walk. I want to film more videos more often, but sometimes I get discouraged, but I should just keep doing it, to be honest. I should just, get out of the house and plan a walking video. Yeah, sometimes it's good to get out of your comfort zone, and for me this means get out of my house, right? This part seems, kind of peaceful, although there are so many cars going by. You can see my notes here. Cleaning stuff, to keep the sidewalks free of dried leaves. We can see that the lamps are still on, the little lights, but there's nothing to exhibit. So yeah, kind of weird. And here we can see there is an elephant in the sign. It means that the zoo is on the right side. So this year was the 100th anniversary of the zoo, the Mexican zoo. And there is a giant panda at the start of Chapultepec on the other side. I'll show you later. But the reason for this was that there is still one giant panda bear in the zoo. And its name is Xing Xing, which means hope. And it's about 33 years old. That's old for a panda. But anyway, we're gonna see the giant panda later. You can see so many vendors selling so many products, and something that is very popular here in the city are the changuitos, the little monkeys that you just put it on your head and enjoy, having fun. And so there's an entrance over there, a lake over here, but we're not gonna see this part, maybe later. La la la. And there is the Casa del Lago UNAM. The Casa del Lago is like a kind of a museum, but also a restaurant. I've never been there, but I've seen it. And some advertisement for the Ballet Folklorico. I remember, it was this year, a friend of mine had her birthday, not in the park, but she was like, oh, let's go, rent a little boat and have fun. And it was my first time, I have to say. Sometimes when you live in a city, there are things that you take for granted and are like, oh yeah, I can do this anytime. But then you actually don't end up doing them until maybe you moved out, or I don't know. But I really like that idea. You can see the lake here. There is a funny story that, there are dogs here, and they live in the area. They have food and kind of a shelter. And there was one who kind of escaped and was entering the metro station. I thought that was very, very comical. Like, I'm gonna go hang out in another part of the city. Oh, and now we have here, it says Ballet Folklorico 70 Aniversario. It's an exposición fotográfica. So we're gonna find many, many, many photographs about the folkloric ballet, I guess, like dance group. I don't know what's the word in English, but yeah. I have Amalia Hernández, bailarina, coreógrafa, fundadora en 1952 del Ballet Folclórico de México. Such a beautiful woman. More car, pictures. you can see, wow, this is impressive. I'm not very good at dancing, but I could appreciate, a great, dance group, like watching people dance. More here. Oh, this is the Auditorium Nacional, the one we just saw, but inside. You can see. Here we have Amalia Hernandez, which is the choreographer, with the muralist David Alfaro Siqueiros. Some artwork. Oh, this picture about the Mexican Revolution, a play and choreography. Let me show you on this side, the lake. Yeah, you can see the ducks, the garzas, the boats. Yeah. On the left side, we have the Anthropology Museum. Is this one? I'm gonna make a video soon there. I don't know if they're gonna let me film though, but I'll try. And some many photographs. Look at that, wow, that is impressive. Palm trees here. Some palm trees. So many photographs. I don't know how often they change the photographs, but I really like that. It's not just a walk. You can, if you're interested in the pictures, you can stop and see them and, read a bit more. Have a look at that from Day of the Dead. It says, la vida es un juego, una coreografía que simboliza a los personajes de las ferias. I think when many people think of Mexico, relate to this. Did I say it right? Oh. It says Amalia Hernandez, the choreographer with President Kennedy and Jacqueline Kennedy in a presentation here in 1962. You can see now how people are enjoying the grass and how cool it feels here. So this is the entrance of the Anthropology Museum. says tortas calientitas, 55 pesos, that's like $3 maybe? And Starbucks, of course, because there are Starbucks everywhere. The bookshop, the entrance of the park, some fruit, and chips. Of course, Starbucks everywhere. Are there avenues like this in the city you live? Let me know in the comments, please. This is, it's not like everywhere in Mexico City, but maybe in some parts there are, streets with many trees. And I really like that. It just makes the walking experience so much better, so much cooler when there is an excessive heat. It's kind of a shelter also when it rains. So I really like, it just feels alive. Have a look at this. It says, filmed with an iPhone 14 Pro. Huracán Ramirez versus La Piñata Enchilada. So it's like Ramirez Hurricane versus the piñata, spicy piñata, I guess. That is so funny. Gonna keep walking. And on the right side, we have the botanical garden. Have a look at this. I'm gonna make a video another day, but this is the start of the botanical garden. And another exhibition here, El ocaso del centauro. Pancho Villa, sus 100 años, memorias de Gustavo Casasola. Una exposición de Casasola, México. So this is about, it says Pancho Villa fue un hombre y un mito a la vez, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, pictures. Photographer. That is Pancho Villa. A character from the Mexican Revolution. I think also in the media people portray Mexico as, deers, like, horses and people wearing sombreros. But this is, from the last century. This is the herrería, which is ironwork. Yeah. And then this is an interesting picture. I like seeing these old pictures because you can see how, the style has changed. The costumes have changed. Clothing in general. and then some agriculture work with donkeys, Mexican donkeys, native species from here. Los burritos. Oh, did you know that donkey, little donkey, means burrito? Yeah. Yeah, so the burrito that you eat is a little donkey. And then have a look at the old car. Wow, some moment of quietness. Yeah, it feels so nice and cool. Didn't last long, this moment of quietness, but it was well appreciated. And then some more pictures here. Portrait. And in the background we have the botanical garden, as I showed you. I'll make a video here, I promise. Then the magueys, the agave here, very representative of Mexico. Pictures about the Mexican Revolution. The glasses, the brown glasses. La batalla de conejos. There's such a nice picture. Yeah, so this is the end of the exhibition. On the left side now we have the Museo Tamayo. You can see there. The architecture is kind of similar to the Auditorium, National Auditorium. I also make a video there. It's just that the park is so big and there are so many things to see. There are 3 sections, like first, second, and third, like areas, but they're called sections. Yeah, there are so many museums, so it will be a lot of time to cover all of them. We have another entrance of the park over here. I don't know if you saw the kind of police militaries that were in the back. The government decided to put the militaries on the streets to protect the citizens. But I have to say, in my opinion, it just makes me feel less safe. I don't know why. Like there's something going on, and I have to be alert instead of feeling, safe. But yeah, that's just my opinion. On the right side now we have the modern art museum. You see here, as I say, there are so many museums here. This is the modern art, and it is open from Tuesday to Sunday from 10:15 a.m. to 5:45 p.m. It's like so specific, 15:45. And the entrance. We're not even in the, I think now halfway of the walk. You can see now we are approaching another big avenue, and it's the Circuito El Choro Campo. Let's say if you're here, like in this part of the city, and want to go to the airport, usually cars take this route. So they go all the way over there, kind of around to get to the airport. Because crossing the city sometimes can take longer. I know I always say this in my videos, but I'm kind of getting hungry. I know. I was like, I'm not hungry. I brought my water and everything, but now I'm hungry. I don't know why. Why am I like that? Now we have to be very careful to cross here. Oh, they're just waiting to get into the park, the parking area of the park. Let's hope. Thing is that the cars are supposed to come from here to here, but there is no traffic light. So, I was going to get run over by a car. And it's like, dude, don't see that other people are crossing too. Well, let's go. Oh, and this tall building is the Ritz-Carlton Hotel, and there are also residences and office spaces. This is the newest building in Reforma, and I think it's the tallest. I'm not sure if it's this one or the other one. I'll show you in a bit. But yeah, there is a race with the tallest building. In Mexico City, it's it's kind of a challenge to build a building like this, a tall building like this. Like, I think it has 55 levels or something like that. And the reason for this is the earthquake. So in Mexico we have earthquakes, Mexico City and many parts of Mexico, and you have to consider this phenomenon as part of the structure design. This is the avenue I was telling you about, so busy, and there's a little bridge that connects the entrance of Chapultepec, which is here, and the park, that is here. Oh yeah, so you have to consider, a earthquake-resistant structure when building in Mexico City. So that's why every time they're like, okay, maybe 2 floors more. Well, not 2, but like 5 floors more. A bit higher. And that's the reason why we don't have tall buildings like in New York. And we have some fences to protect the cyclists from the cars, and there are parts that are starting to collapse. I don't want to know why, but I assume it's accidents like cars. I don't know. And here we have the BBVA Vancomer, the Vancomer Tower. I actually like this one. It has different aspects. It's not just a tower with glass and everything. No, it has some color. Some parts that are kind of terrace. Some parts that come out of the building, and also at night, sometimes there are like ads, not like ads, but like text going on here, like, oh, Happy New Year, like, oh, happy International Day for this. So I like that. And here we have the Suave Crema. I don't even remember the full name. Estela de Luz. This is let me see how I can describe it. This is one of the most horrible things in the city, in my opinion, because it doesn't really do anything. You can't climb it. It was supposed to be the tallest thing in Reforma, like many years ago, maybe like 10 years ago, but it doesn't really do anything. So I really don't like it. They spend like billions of pesos to build it, and it doesn't do anything. So in my opinion, nah. But at least there's a little plaza down there, and people use the plaza, so that's really nice. Now let's cross. And this is the giant panda I was telling you about. Cross. The giant panda, for the 100th anniversary of the zoo. Yeah, eating bamboo. A nice big panda. Yeah. And this is how you're supposed to wear the changuitos in the head. People selling drinks and stuff, That's something I like about Mexico a lot, that you can buy many things like, oh, I forgot my bottle of water here, and, buy a new one. But yeah, let's always remember to bring our bottles so we don't generate more trash. And here we have the little plaza. Like I said, it's like a gallery. There are workshops here and stuff. So I like this one. But this thing is useless. One of the most horrible things in the city. Yeah, horrible. So now we are, in like the most touristic part of Reforma. You can see there are so many tall buildings. I'm not sure if this is the tallest one or this, but the one in the middle is Torre Mayor. And when I was studying architecture, one of my teachers always liked to talk about the design of the structure. we have a sculpture of a worker, office worker. Let's see if I can cross. I really hope I can. There's no traffic light, of course, because, you know, why would we need a traffic light to let people cross? I don't know. This is a joke, of course. And we have the rental bikes. I haven't seen much of these recently. I thought they weren't like the thing anymore. But apparently there are. And according to this, it says Alameda, 3.5 kilometers, that's about 17.5 minutes. I would say, yeah, that's kind of accurate. Maybe like half an hour, you know. You can see this is so active and busy. I like how people just, you know, they take a break and sit on the benches here. There's some maintenance work to the garden area. A more close look of the building. 3 buildings. When they designed this, I really didn't like it because the space between that building and that building is like nothing. So I was like, this is a bad idea, and I still think it is. But, you know. And also these benches, these park, the little calices over there, were in the Zócalo, so many years ago, but then they redesigned the Zócalo and they moved these structures to Reforma, to many parts of Reforma. I'll see if I can find a picture and show you so you can see what it looked like in the Zócalo. The tour bus. It says official tour, you know. You can see a Barbie sign over there. Oh, when I was on my way to Auditorium, I saw a queue of people wearing pink. So I guess they were outside of a cinema. So I was like, oh, maybe the premiere is so early. I thought it was more like afternoon, night, not like noon, you know, like middle of the day. We have another sculpture here. More benches. Another sculpture here. It's so cool. hot and cool and hot. Dogs. You can rent a bike. We have the side road in Reforma. So it's like 2 car lanes and then a cycle lane. And then on this side we have Metrobus lane, 2 car lanes, the Camellón. And again, it repeats, it's like, mirror. On Sundays, this Reforma, this avenue closes from, I think, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. for cyclists, runners, people with roller skates. And here we have the Diana Cazadora. Is a woman with an arrow, practicing archery. How do you say this? But yeah. And the arrow is all the way over there. Let me see if I can show you. We have this beautiful, beautiful fountain. And I've ridden my bike over here. Well, not my bike, but the city bike over here. And it's kind of scary because there is no a clear indication where the bikes go, in the roundabout. And cars can run you over. Diana Cazadora, the arch. We can still cross. Yes. I'm scared, but I still can cross. Okay, so here is the Diana. You can see it more closely. There is, and the arrow is over there. We're gonna see it in a bit. What's happening? I have no idea what's happening.
Sí.
So the arrow is here. It's here. You can see, there's the arrow. La flecha de la Diana Cazadora. Se creía perdida y solo estaba escondida. reservando su buena suerte a quien su deseo aquí pida. So you're supposed to like make a wish, and people wearing pink. That's it. There is like a booth if you want to take your Barbie picture, and some articles, merch, people wearing pink. I want to watch the film, but I really don't want to do it like when it premieres, because it's going to be so busy. And, okay, let me see where I can cross. I think we're going to finish the walk soon. Yeah, my camera is dying, so we're gonna get to the Ángel de la Independencia, where I have filmed a video starting there, and yeah, because it's dying.
Nada más pregunto rápido.
There are some decorated hearts on the other side. Let's see. You can see many people take their pictures here, because you can see the Diana on one side and the Ángel on the other side. You can see the Diana here and the Ángel over here. We're gonna see it when we cross, but you get the idea. That's where people are like, oh yeah, a picture. I would say this is one of the most touristy points in Reforma, and Ángel, of course. I mean, they're supposed to stop because it's red, but okay. You can see how beautiful it looks. Yeah, on this side. And on this side, we have the Ángel and flowers. They change the flowers depending on the season. Then we have a big suitcase here promoting things, and a heart, decorated heart. I guess it's by state. It just says zonas arqueológicas, León, people eating mango. Naturaleza. This is for Jalpa de Canovas. I'm not quite sure. Oh, they're all from Guanajuato. Oh, look at that. Eagle on the top of a cactus as part of the Mexican flag. Then here we have another one. This is from the capital, Guanajuato. I also have videos there. I'm gonna link it in the description. I mean, it's such a beautiful city, the capital. This is Tequila or San Miguel de Allende. El mezcal. The bunnies are enjoying the mezcal. No. Bunny mezcalero, conejo mezcalero, Mineral del Pozo, viñedos. Guanajuato capital. San Miguel Allende. Dolores Hidalgo, the independent city, del Cura Hidalgo. With grapes and stuff. Oh, this one is nice. It says Salvatierra. Jalpa de Cánovas. People selling handicrafts and stuff. Yuridia. That's also nice. I like it. Yuridia. Mineral de Pozos. Guys selling mangoes. Mango season in Mexico. You can see here. And these are the alas de Mexico. Are very iconic of Reforma. People come here and take pictures, and then they have some steps. And sometimes during the weekends, I've seen a queue, of people waiting to take their pictures. And okay, let's read the story. It says, Alas de Mexico. The wings of Mexico became a contemporary art symbol of our country since the Mexican people have converted into an icon. An artwork whose first version was located in Paseo de la Reforma in 2010 and today has traveled worldwide. The artist was able to bring these wings of freedom to numerous countries and have been permanently installed in 13 cities. The global success of the Wings of Mexico is an exceptional phenomenon that occurred few times in art history, when a sculpture appropriates the public space and becomes a destination for national and international visitors. This is what happened with the Wings of Mexico. Especially, its success is due to the fact that it is a living work that is only completed when people interact with it. A dynamism and universality that have made Mexicans and citizens around the world connect with their own nation beyond its borders. Yeah, so the idea is that people take part of this artwork and, the artwork is finished when people use it, which I find really interesting. It's a very decorative artwork and interactive, and people use it a lot. So I would say that is, art, isn't it? Like when it becomes something special of the people. And common for that's I don't know what there is. Ahead. Oh yeah, Guanajuato. I was thinking Google. I was like, why is there a G from like Google? But no, it's Guanajuato. I'm sorry. Then there is a long queue over there. I haven't been like zooming in and out because there's a mount like button broke, so there's a tiny little bit that I have to move, every time, and my nails are not long, so sorry about that. This was actually a long walk, a long video, and I hope you all enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it, walking and showing you this part of the city, which is very touristy, but I think it changes throughout the day. Like in the morning, like really, like 8, 9, 10, it's full of office workers. And then it kind of changes, like more vendors, people who live in the area, walking their dogs, visitors, tourists. So here we are at the Ángel de la Independencia, and this is the end of our walk. I really hope you like this video. Let me know in the comments, please, if you would like long videos like this one. I was planning on making one of the whole Reforma, but I still need to plan it because there is a part that I'm not sure if it would be wise for me to film alone, so I might ask my brother to come with me. But anyway, let me know in the comments what you think, and yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.